Turn that down a little bit.
Evening, evening, evening.
Good evening.
We're back. Aren't you happy?
It's your favorite couple.
So we heard. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Very
Please.
important. Share with your friends, like and subscribe. We want to keep bringing you some of these good topics that we come up with. You know, I was ready to go to bed. I had to ask my husband, "What time is it?" Because I'm tired already. And through our conversation with me about to go to bed, we came up with this topic that we want to bring to you before we go to bed. And age appropriation.
Basically, when is it time to hang the streets up? When is it time to stop running the streets? What's a good age?
Or it might not be any age. I'm saying, listen, if you're up in age and you still in good health and you got it, live your life by all means. But our conversation was more geared towards age appropriation. So, like, at what age do you feel it's okay to continue to do the same things you were doing in your 20s?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? I'm gonna just cut to the chase. It is my personal opinion. You can agree or you can agree to disagree. That if you are over the ages of 45, 50, 60, the club ain't for you. Period. Point blank. Now I'm gonna just call it what it is. Because let me tell you why. If you single, and it's gonna rub a lot of folks the wrong way, but if you single after 45, it's time to look in the mirror. Don't sit and tell me that it's everybody else that's the problem.
Well, let me get a little bit of clarity here, because when you say single, do you mean like alone or just not married?
Alone.
Okay.
If you ain't got nobody, I'm gonna all right. I'll shorten it. If you knocking on heaven's door,
You wrong.
if you knocking on heaven's door and you ain't got nobody, I ain't talking about jump offs and what you call it, uh, 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 sneaky links,
Oh yeah, that's not
sausage
good.
links, or whatever y'all want to call it. You ain't got nobody. Don't try to tell me it's all the other people. At some point you gotta look in the mirror. You gotta look in the mirror because the way it's designed throughout history is that I was told there's somebody for everybody. And if by 50 you ain't found that somebody, then I think you might be the problem.
Huh. You know, I even though I agree with you, I will also say not everybody wants somebody. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah,
Cause
everybody ain't out.
don't nobody want to go to the upper room alone.
Yeah, but some people been on their own for so long that they set in their ways, and you're not willing to share your space, and so I don't know. I think it's a few ways you could look at that. But going back to the point of our video, not so much about being alone, but the age appropriation as far as your grown-up activities, right? I just feel like at a certain age, I don't know. I feel like as we get older, our bodies start talking to us. I know mine talk to me all the
Your
time.
check engine light come on.
Yes. Yes. And damn it, I ain't got the energy or the wherewithal to do the stuff that I did 20 years ago, and I was heavy in them streets. Your girl was out there in them streets, but not anymore.
Here's the thing. I don't want to seem judgmental, but it is what it is. Because I was in the streets a long time, and even up until we met, you do what you do to pass the time, right? See, there's when you get a certain age, I believe you ought to take the word boredom out of your vocabulary. Because you either at peace or you trying to find peace.
Right. I saw something recently that said something along those lines as people confusing boredom with peace, right? So some people just need some ruckus in their life. They like raising HE double hockey sticks, and they just like that tumultuous activity. And some people like me, I could sit in the house all day with not a TV, not a radio on, and I'm fine. You at work, I'm in the house by myself, just fine, and I ain't bored.
Yeah,
They also say that means you vibrating on a higher level. I can receive that.
facts. Facts. And if listen, man, if you single and you 50 plus, you're gonna meet your person soon. It's called Jesus.
You wrong.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find your man or your woman, you
Terrible.
know, sooner or later. But the way it's designed is it's somebody for everybody. So I'm not telling anybody to dumb down their standards. But if you can't live up to the standards that you set, then you the problem. You the problem. And like I said, this platform is gonna be a little edgy, and we're gonna welcome all your feedback. You can go in and send your comments or whatever you want to do. But you're talking to one of the biggest street runners and heathens that ever lived on the face of the
Heathen?
planet.
Who the?
So I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm about to be 54 years old. And at 54 years old, I realize ain't nothing in the streets for me. I'm not speaking for everybody else. I found my queen. Blessed. But for those that, go get their clothes off a layaway on a Friday night that's 50, 60 years old to go to the club, there's an issue.
Yeah, I just don't see. Um, it seemed like it defies nature almost. No, seriously, because when we get a
Truth.
certain age,
Truth.
our bodies do not function the way they did back when when we used to hang out. So it's like I don't even understand. I can't fathom how that is still exciting for some people because my knee hurt right now. I ain't got the time to be standing up
Listen.
in some club or somewhere hooping and hollering when my body is saying, it's time to chill.
All right. After a certain age, you just chasing ghosts. You understand what I'm saying? You are chasing ghosts. Okay. I know folks that unfortunately don't have anybody and they still stay home. You know, if there's bingo, right? There's there's well, first of all, nobody courts anymore anyway, right? So if you're not meeting people offline in their inbox, it's a whole different game, right? But all I'm saying is at a certain age, if you got to take a nap to go be in the club at 10 o'clock when it opens, you need to have your ass home.
Exactly, because when I was going out to party over 20 years ago, the party didn't start till damn near midnight, and nobody wanted to be the first person there. So you had to come fashionably late, paying $20 to get in when the party is over at 3 or 4, right? It's the stupidest thing ever because you miss you miss most of the party because you don't want to be the first one in the club. Now, don't invite me nowhere that something ain't starting till 9 or 10 o'clock. No, it need to be ending by 9 o'clock.
If
I'm
you
not waiting until 10 o'clock to get dressed to go
if you
somewhere.
over 45, it's called a day party.
Right.
You party when the sun come up, and when the sun go down, you take your ass home and you mind your business. You don't have no earthly business at all being out in the club at 2, 3 in the morning and you over 45, 50 years
Not
old.
only that, because I mean they do have some mature venues, right? But we're speaking about the ones that are of age with kids the same age as the ones they partying with, maybe even grandkids, and you still in there with
Turning up.
right.
We
Listening
outside.
listening to Migos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
nah,
you
that's not
twerking.
yeah,
If you
nah.
twerking and you 60,
Yeah.
it's no hope for you.
Get your life together.
Right? It's like, here's the thing, right? If you on social media and you got all your clothes off and you still single, it ain't gonna work for you. Right? It just ain't gonna happen.
Wait, why when you said social, I thought you was gonna say if you want social security.
Well, if you 60,
You probably are on social security.
you ain't got
which
no
means
unless it's the
go
American
home.
unless it's the American Legion. You ain't got no business in nobody's club at 60 years old.
Again, if it's an age appropriate or mature event, then I'm going to say it's okay. But to be mixing and mingling with young adults in their 20s and, doing the
Pants
stuff that, right,
pants
doing the
hanging
stuff that they
down.
do, it doesn't
Listen,
seem
I
normal.
tell you
Not to
what,
me anyway.
if they call you Unc
No,
or Auntie,
auntie. You
take your
don't need
ass
to be
home.
there.
Take your ass home. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I used to frequent a certain spot. I won't bring it up. And one of my best homies is a security guard there. But it comes a certain time where I used to look around and feel like, hey man, this ain't a Diddy party. You know, R. Kelly or whoever else. So I didn't feel comfortable being in the place, and I love him. And if I do go, I'm in and out, get a drink. Hey, bro, love you.
And don't ask me to come because
Yeah,
I'm not
gotta
going.
go. You know what I mean? Once your check engine light comes on, take your ass home and get a tune up.
Get your rest.
Yeah, get your rest, man. You ain't got no business out here
Watch
with these
your
old folks.
grandkids. Like,
Cause they used to being up all night for 2 and 3 days and doing what it is that they do, or we used to do when we
right.
were
We
of
all
that
did it. We
age,
all did it.
right?
That's right.
It was nothing like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. And if you was good, Sunday, and then you go to work Monday. Try that today if you over 50.
Yeah.
I guarantee you,
I'm struggling right now making this content because Auntie tired.
yeah, there's nothing that, only thing that's out there at this time of night on a Friday, Saturday night, if you over 50, is McDonald's, Checkers. They close early, Burger King, or you can get you a slice of pizza. But if you eat that this time of night, you're going to catch heartburn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So take your ass
Go
home, man.
home. Go home.
Go home. Why you out there trying to perpetrate the fraud?
Yeah.
Like you slip, hip, and cool when you know your kids is in the same club.
Right.
It's time to hang it up.
You
man.
out, your kids out. Who gonna watch the baby?
It's the grandkids.
Right.
It don't work that way.
Listen, at our age, for 1 week every year, Rob and I are the same age. My birthday was last week. His birthday is coming. We're a year apart, so we're the same age for 1 week out of the year. And there's nothing that makes me more happy than to be in my bed rubbing my feet together, watching something on TV.
And listen,
That brings me joy.
anybody that knows me knows that I did not turn down anything when it came to turning up but my collar. But my check engine light is on. I need an oil change. I need shocks,
A
struts,
tune up.
tune up. You know what I'm saying?
Tune up.
I need a timing chain. You know what I'm saying? I don't have it no more. And guess what? See this white? I'm not putting the bing jing all in my face and hair. My hair ain't never been that black to begin with. I'm not faking the funk. I'm tired.
Right. I mean, it's called acting your age. I mean, like I said, there might be some that are our age and that are in great shape. And if you feel like you can do it, have at it. But when we talk about age appropriation, does it really look good for you? Like it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Like
I'll tell you why. Because you could be 50 plus 60. You can go out and all these little youngins gonna pay attention to you because you sugar daddy. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna go home by yourself. And if you don't, it's gonna cost you a whole lot of this. Right? It's gonna cost you this. And when it's over with, you're still gonna be bored and lonely.
unfulfilled,
and
because you need to
unfulfilled.
find some peace in your life. Everything ain't a turn up. You know, it's okay. Because we still try it. We still say we gonna go somewhere. And the minute we get
And we
in,
pay
it's like
for it every time.
it's like we knew better.
You know, you go out, you think you know, young, you had one of them good nights, you done took your nap, you gonna go party. And then you see the clientele inside the place, and you know one thing. You should have stayed your old ass home.
Yeah. Because if I go into a club at 53 years old and act like I'm about to bust it wide open for some sexy red, somebody knock me upside my head, because that ain't it. That's not it. It's not a good look.
First of all, your knees gonna say please.
My knees are screaming right
and
now.
your back gonna say stop that. Right? So it ain't our time no more. Leave it to the young folks.
Yeah, let them have their fun. Y'all
Leave
had
it to
y'all
the young
fun
folks,
already.
man. You know, leave it to the young folks.
Find something else. Find
Go
a new
fishing.
hobby. Take up knitting.
Yeah, go fishing or something. You understand what I'm saying? Go
Clean the baseboards in your house.
There you go.
Wipe the microwave out.
Get it all done. Get your house cleaned up,
Go
man.
plant in your garden. Go do something. But
yeah, man. Stay out the club.
stay out the club.
Stay out the club,
It's
man.
not
It ain't for you.
appropriate.
It ain't for you. You ain't gonna find nothing in the club that you ain't gonna leave it anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, I had a lot of good nights, but most of them I don't remember anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember. Because I spent so much time trying to turn up that I ended up turned down. So, listen, y'all, man, like, at your age.
In case y'all haven't noticed, we sitting in rocking chairs. This is what we do.
Yeah, listen.
I'm talking about comfortable. I'm talking about at home. I'm talking about in peace.
Accept it.
Listen, when I get tired after we have our little drink or whatever, we can go right upstairs. I ain't got to drive nowhere. If the music is too loud, I'm gonna turn it down. Certain stuff I just don't want to indulge in.
Listen.
If that's your cup of tea, have at it.
If
But
you 50 plus, you got more time in back of you than you do in front.
right.
You don't want to spend it in the club. Get you somebody that's going to love on you the right way. You know what I'm saying? Get you somebody that's going to treat you the way you finally want to be treated. You ain't going to find that in the club. First of all, I don't know too many rich cats that's out there in the club anyway. Rich folks don't hang in the club. And if you pay $100 for a $10 bottle of Jack Daniels, you's a fool anyway. You gonna go in a VIP and act like you did something
Right.
just to get looked at, to get a little attention.
Meanwhile, the shut-off notice for the lights is at your door.
That part. You know what I'm saying? Act your age, man. It's time for y'all to bring it in. I learned that. I learned it, and it was hard for me because you stop chasing ghosts. It's over, fellas. It's over. Let it go.
Auntie, go sit down.
Teddy said, think I better let it go.
Go watch the babies.
Yeah, go watch the grandkids.
Knit a blanket.
Yeah, man. It's been fun. It's been a good run. You had a good run. But ain't nobody checking for you in the clubs no more anyway, Unc and Auntie.
Right. And we're not saying that you gotta give it up as far as enjoying yourself. You still need to have fun. Go on trips, take a cruise. We love cruising.
Yeah.
Take a cruise.
Go to American Legion where everybody's 70 act like you anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're not busting it wide open.
This is what I'm saying. There are some venues that are age appropriate, that are for the older crowd, and that's where you should be.
Yeah, go act like you know, man. Take your ass home first and foremost. You don't need to be 56 years old and getting DUIs because you trying to turn up with the youngins. Like,
right.
Take your ass home and lay down, take a nap, get some Excedrin or something, rub your knees and your back. Act your age.
Not your shoe size.
Yeah, act your age, man.
But that's all we had to share tonight, because like I said, my knee is aching, been aching all
day. My back hurts.
But we still found a way to enjoy each other's company. We still get our little libations if that's what we want.
We listen to our good music.
Listen to some good music. We even danced tonight. We didn't get that on tape, but maybe
music
one day
that
y'all
we understand.
Y'all will get a chance to see that. But we do it all. We have a ball right here, and it works for us. And I'm grateful that at this age, I have somebody to share these things with.
Listen, if you don't have nobody, all you got to do is sit still. I understand that courting is a word that most of these youngins don't even understand anymore. Social media has made it easy to go in somebody's inbox and this, that, and the third and the other. But that ain't what 50 and 60-year-olds need to be doing. Go to the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? Go to church. I used to hear that back in the day. Go to church. Get you a church girl or something.
Go to bingo.
Bingo, Chick-fil-A, but they close Sunday. They out here. They ain't in the club though. They not in the club. I promise you, they not in the club. Listen, the midlife crisis is just that. You ain't got to fall for it. Don't go spend all your life savings on the car because they don't give a damn about that. You know what I'm saying? Just go home and act like you know. Get you a good pillow so your neck don't hurt when you wake up in the morning.
These are the things that are important at our age anyway.
Listen, keep messing around and try to keep up with these youngins.
They're not going to take you serious anyway if you're out in the club with the latest Jordans on and your pants sagging, and the women, with the bodysuits, with the chain belts.
Tight ass jeans, and you 60 years old. Your man region is got no blood flow. Take your old ass home. and listen to Marvin Gaye or something, man, and stop trying to keep up with these young folks, man. It's
Right.
over for you. Accept it.
Yeah, enjoy those
Accept it.
things that are age appropriate for you.
Get in your Corvettes, get in your Corvettes and drive them and have a good time. Take your trips, get on your cruises. Don't go to Carnival, but get on your cruises. Carnival's not for you either. Put your boots really on the ground. Control your menopause.
That's not very easy to control.
Yeah, you
But
can. Get your ice, your Slurpees. Keep cool. Turn your fans on with your AC.
yeah, we just trying to help y'all
Get
out.
y'all some rest, man. Ain't nothing out there.
Let us help you.
Take it from an old heathen. Ain't nothing out there. Ain't nothing out there. You can't be young forever. You just accept it and you move on. But we holler at y'all, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man, because we got more coming at y'all. We ain't gonna stop.
And share. You might get a chance to see us dancing to some music one night.
With bandages on and
Right.
ice packs, because we gonna act our age. The rest of y'all, Godspeed. We love y'all. Peace.